the flooding. But recently the whole place is now coming up and people are developing the area. So there is a need now to open this channel. In fact, when it rains, this you can see the buildings here. This story building, almost the first floor is completely gone. All the short ones, the windows, all the people who are around. The channel itself is not big. That means we have to now do. Yes, it's not enough also. Do more cuts. There are too many curves. We try to make them straight to allow the conveyance only.
And also these trees.
Yeah, the trees are blocking the flow. Sometimes you see they grow over the water and they hold the flow back. So we are clearing off, shaping the size as you can see now.
So for here, it's just about, I think the poverty.
Yeah.
So just about widening
and deepening. Yeah. Or from here, we are doing it from here all the way to meet the railway line near Manette.
Okay. Okay. Look,
It's about how many kilometers? About 4 kilometers. You see?
And when are we expecting?
We gave that contract. This contract is for 3 months.
Right.
Yes. One part. So it's going to shift to the other side.
I'm pleased with this picture. One of these I'll call you.
Okay. Once we are aware,
Where's exact?
go through here, compact, and then make it straight. You can see that.
Which means if we are, or not if, because we have to. When we finish this place, and then it's maintained,
Yeah.
we will be assured that during the next rain,
At least there will be free flow.
Yes, so that we didn't have that massive
Flooding. Yeah.
Okay.
You can see the level of the flood. You can see even the recent one. You can see how the water. Yeah, that's the height of the flow. Right, the recent one. It used to go higher than that, but just the recent one. You can see one. That's the height of it. Meet the railway line. So from the railway line, we have a fast flowing.
The railway line along the...
Yeah, the sprinters at Manette, where Manette is. Then another contractor, we are giving him from the down up, from the down to the Peshi, as far as he can go. He will start his work.
Peshi and
Peshi.
is a part of
Yes, it's all in Great Britain.
we don't have a problem with Peshi.
Peshi Self Lagoon, we have a problem because of the pollution and the siltation. And maybe now that we are looking at Kole Lagoon, after some time we have to look at Peshi, we have to look at Sakumono. All these are lagoons that need tidying up, dredging.
So after the widening, then we work.
They work on deepening it. Yeah.
There's a
lot of work here. Lot of work. And you see, all you can see, people are now...
Before we remove structure, when we know very well that a building, they will know it's not just a structure, they will not remove it. Now that we are doing it, I think we should start putting the measures in place. If it's trees, we want to plant by them. If it's some sort of warnings, if we have to engage the local authority or the district assemblies, let's engage them, let's engage the assemblymen, let them talk to the people, so that as you build, you know you are doing that at your own risk. We don't leave them. Let's start. So the space that we have to give to the various water bodies, let us do that.
Okay.
So that we can have free hands to work. Let's look at this. If we should come back here and they build closer to this place or the farm, how will we work?
It will be very difficult for us to work.
Impossible, not difficult. Unless you demolish.
Yes.
And then that's true. Another thing. Let's work as though the people who are building, they don't know. But let's use them. They are part of us. They are stakeholders. Let's talk to them.
Okay.
You know. So anyone who goes wrong, you do that at your own risk. Then when we are doing, we demolish. You don't wait for them to finish.
Okay. I think that's good. I think that's
which means that hydrology, you have to be every now and then checking. No, true. You come around. So as it's coming up, you liaise with assemblies.
Yeah.
It's like maintenance. That's what. This is
what you're doing now is purely.
Yes.
This is the development.
So we make sure that encroachment doesn't, happen. So let's talk to the opinion leaders, the assemblies. Let's work together. I think that's the only way. We can't wait for them to, get closer. Then we start demolishing buildings and all those things. It's at a cost anyway. Of course. So
we're talking about this about the beach, and actually they started, blocking the beach. They wanted to develop it, extend their hotel there. I don't know what is the state of affairs.
But I don't know much about that side. That is on the outfall side.
Yeah.
No, I don't know much about it. But I know much about from the.
Why? Is it because part of the Peshi is under your department and part is not, or the whole Peshi Lagoon is?
No, I don't know what he's saying.
That
Peshi Lagoon is still.
They should. Yeah. I have slippers.
we still have control over it, but I didn't know what he's saying, that they have sold part of it to the.
And they were actually blocking it.
They were blocking it. No, the Peshi Lagoon itself has a sandbar which periodically blocks. After when the pressures are built upstream, then it opens.
When we went there at that time, we saw the breakthrough work for construction.
Mpanyinfo no beka kiro se biti suna no ekosi baabi no ye nsidan wo ho ye nyemfo wo ho na ne nyina so ya na etiase se nam se bia ye mpese beso ansu akwa akire nti ana yintimi nya irrigation nti no na ya be ya ne suna no pepepepepepe nti misima na mafa na adwuma ye se ya anya enipa bewu ejapade be sei me ba choso mati ase nti sa ayi we se no oho the other honey in any concert dying baho, any concert you see a full baho, and yes, and why Sika bind your woman the year you must say. Maybe I'm giving me the higher schools, giving me a hospital, says your doctor, and wine, a bit me the eye pine, a bit me young quite being by a bit me the appearance, says, and we are ya, that is a more who be seeing crime. She took it to a be an age, then a Japanese brass say, I will send your mum say, I say, and to know what you man, and you say, be I said, I'm sending you nano, and when you fall over the mountain, I say, and to say, me, I said, there was a young, then mum will be torn at the amount, never baby, son, send ye mentor, this on your condo juice, Nisika to bottom, I will be boca, this open when your friend be say, illegal. Emra etia se woni afuo won suo no. Ensuo na no.
Mama ya ti ase.
Suo ho. Enti
akima kosura ama na ye fine pa. Yensu ye pesa. Ye pesa.
Banti mu wa okra na mbeti na abo contractor na.
Ba cho yo.
Maka che contractor so baba contractor ye beti abo be mi didi pass.
Oh yes sir. Wo dey show mo. Openfo e wo ha no.
Na mun kan chan ko se nsuo ho no.
Yes sir wo ha. Yo mama.
Ya da ha dia bibia. Wo gba la ya mo de gu ho yi.
Ye kasa de bia.
Ama na ya hu wa ha.
De bia.
Amu yi ya ya so enfa ya.
Nti te se yin na ye partner so. Ye be ye adwuma no kama kama. Nti mpanyefo so be ba be hu. Ye friend who say.
Ye friend me Mr. Nine.
Mr. Nine.
Mrs. Nine.
Na de we ya Mrs. Anna na se we dey.
Mrs. Anna.
Yeah, Mrs. Anna.
Mrs. Anna. Mrs. Anna.
Thank you. Yo, yeah, that's
friend me Dr. Bisiw. Mr. Wise. People like that. The way we talk to them, we can get them to be on our side. They protest. Yeah. But now after talking now, they've accepted that the work is good. We don't have to plant by the riverside. Now we will help. Now we will talk to people. I don't know what. When we just say anything small,
I just told them.
They will be happy.
I told them.
And in fact, they will help you. Now, just use them. Tell them, you see, you have to check that whilst you are doing this job, you see what affected you. Don't let anybody. You see, they will send the word around for us. So let's engage them. Let them first so that we are with them. And then they will know we understand their plight. So please, just check Mr. and Mrs. Hanna. Just put them to your side. Then they will help us to do the job. Thank you.
We'll come and see you so that we arrange and you. If it's full, it begins to spill around. Then people think the next place is the drain. So we've been talking to them most of the time that containers should be started away from the drain.
Okay,
but
we'll
link up.
Yeah, I think we just have to link up and work on this.
One.
Okay, I'm in short 2 minutes. Money there, but no more minister. Hello, wise man.
This thing is not white. The white?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Because we've got an alternative route for the channel. This is on the Onupawahe stream. Onupawahe. And we have diverted it. We've diverted the stream from here to the other side. When we are going, I'll show you. Yeah, but it used to be very heavy, and all these people, when it rains, people have to run to the top of the roofs. The roofs, they take refuge on top of all roofs. And then,
if you can't climb,
nobody could stay in any of the rooms. Any of the rooms. This is the Onupawahe. Nobody can cross from this area to the other bank. They were completely cut off. Unfortunately, we've diverted this stream. So, only part will come here. All the snow will now come. I was thinking, streamline what within the area. So we're not doing it, but just trying to streamline the banks. Yeah, here I've asked them yesterday. During the holiday I was here. I've asked that they will cut here and remove this. They will definitely remove it. Yes. Yeah.
This one is
it should be it should be less than the 3 months, but he started work about 2 weeks ago. About 2 weeks ago. It's gone into the channel to establish the problem is here. The problem is the encroachment on this part. Sites and services by TDC. They acquired here and developed the channel.
Is it what the one you're telling us that
Yeah. This one goes to planning. As I said, this one carries more water now. We'll cross the bridge now. When we are going away, we'll cross the bridge. We can stop on the bridge to see the Mama Huma and then the Onupa, how they join. And now you can see that this one is carrying more water than the other. Yes, it was site and service. So by TDC, all those red roofs have images of them in flag. Nobody could come in. This is community 20. It was unfortunate during the time of development we didn't link up with TDC. It was when the problem came that we started linking up. But then houses have developed. So we were compelled now to divert the flow from the community because it's so close, buildings are close, so we have to divert the channel to the other side. When we are going, I'll stop briefly, then we can look at the diverted channel. Okay, let's go. During the floods, we saw that it was creating a lot of problems for the community, so we diverted it. We went to the top, cut a trench. Here there was no channel. We have created this to take the bulk of the flow from the community 20 to lessen the effect of the flooding. So it's about 2,000 meters, that's 2 kilometers long. We've done it. Periodically we come in to maintain it. This year we will not do any maintenance, because at least it's a bit
While the trees also get busy.
Yeah,
because
but
at that end,
Because of the confluence.
the confluence is there.
Okay.
I don't want to take too much of it. Otherwise, we go a little bit, you see the confluence. Where the Mama Huma, where we went to the Ashiye water, where it meets this one at that point. Yeah.
quality insurance with notice protection policy so that when you go home tonight,
Oh, he spoke. They almost done with it too. Oh, not a machine.
There is a machine and this. It's alright. What's your engineer? No, he's
Isaac, you are here with whom? It depends on the volume of water.
Yeah, we give them a size.
Yeah, size. It's a 3 meters here. This side we are making
Part
space.
of the
People's houses and
a branch of the Mama Huma stream. But you see, they've developed the place in such a way that we can't get there. There is a road and the channel. We are using the road now as a drain, so we decided not to cut take too much of the drain. I mean, of the road. Yeah. So we gave them a specific size, but I don't like the
alignment.
it's bad. It's not.
That's all.
They have to come back and do it again.
No, but they use the hand.
The other side. We have an engineer also anyway. Here.
Why do you wait for them to finish something like this?
There's an engineer.
There's an engineer here. There's an engineer. They have. They have. So they have a specification. They have everything. And then you see the sites are. You see, I've been trying to visit many sites. It's not every site that I can be. Yes, we have. We have an engineer. He is a technical officer, the engineer. That doesn't matter. No.
From the time
The straightness, you should be there.
But it's not even just that. I'm not, and you, the engineers, you're always talking, oh, I'm not one. But from the grounds we've been realize there are places that the ground was soft. But they find a way of making it hard. And they want to do the job. But you understand, Mr. Wise, because I don't want to believe you have an engineer here and you have a technical officer here. They are supposed to report to you. You know, and so if you assume that your engineers and technical officers are doing it well, then we do anything because we have an excuse to say.
In fact, they are doing almost all sites are quite nice. This particular
It's the alignment.
This is ugly.
The alignment.
It's uglily done. You and your boss. Yes, I've been trying to call him since.
Because for me, there's certain language that I understand. When I come on the field and I see these things and you're a technical person, you're supposed to have told the person, the only conclusion, if I don't say it to you, that will take away with me is that maybe the person has given you something, so you are not able to even tell him that what he's doing is wrong. So if it's not, then you do the right. If not, that's the impression that you make.
And this was done only last week. Last week.
Because it's ugly.
Usually a parliament.
It's like, oh, let's just take something and go.
Here there are 10. That's
Okay, so let us compile those ones.
we have the list of those who have not yet done.
No. I mean, the little that you have done should show us what you have done.
And this all the sites you visit, you see where they were. And when you come to the site, so that's the starting point.
Goes from
Where's the contractor?
and then passes through the dental estate. So I went down to Commando. That place.
I know the pipe of them.
For this place, the 1 kilometer.
So we got here. It's good. We also saw the first place that we went to around Tashi. Was it Tashi? Mr. Kate, where it was a beautiful way that they were doing. Beautiful. And if you see, you see where flooding gets to, I think, to a second floor of a story, and you see the work that is going on, then there's some sort of satisfaction that we hope that during the next rains, the flooding will be mitigated. But coming here, we've seen what has happened. The other places that we realized we couldn't open. Where we went to, the next stop was where we
diverted channel.
Yes, where we had to divert the channels because of the development that are so close to the drains. And so those are some of the challenges that we are, realizing as we go around. We can see what is happening here. They don't have enough room to operate, and because of that, we cannot also widen the channel. Meanwhile, when it rains, we get a lot of flooding around these areas. I think that it's a challenge to all of us, to our development partners, to the hydro department, to the ministry as a whole. We are going to have to work together. We have to get with the local government. We have to work with our own department, TDC, to see how best we can plan our lands and leave rooms for drains as these. But obviously, this work here it's far from good. It's ugly. It's the least we can talk about this. So we will request that the contractor comes back to do this. They do that. They take the mobilization and they vanish. But this year we're going to chase each and everybody. You take the money, you have to do the job, and it's not just anything. Do and do it well, because it's not just taking money and going away. If you can't do it, we take it away from you. That one, it could be whoever you are. We take the money, we take the job away from you and give to some person who is serious. And talking about that, we are waiting for hydro people to let us know the outcome of those who took mobilization, I think about 2 years ago, and they didn't do the job. No, that's GOG man, that's government of Ghana money, and we need the money back. Because we need money to work. It's not just putting a contract things together, taking the money, and then, after taking it, you decide to buy a car for your girlfriend and forget about the job. So we will follow those things. But this time round, we are going to be on the contractors.
So those who have taken the money and you can't find them, if you get to find them, are you going to make sure they do the work, or they are taking them straight to court?
No.
What is
no, the 2 years ago issue. Yes. No, what government's money? We need the money. We won't realize that there are places like this place, for instance. There are places that we really, really need to do the line, and if not, then the walls will break in no time. So we need money. We need the funds for this job. It's capital intensive. We are committed. When you come to the field, you get the picture as to what is happening. So when you sit in the office right now, follow-ups constantly. I'll be talking, or we'll be talking with the engineers. So when we mention this place, I know vividly what is happening and what should happen. So the final report will come to us. They will let us know the finish. We get the report, and then we will make unannounced follow-ups. We just sample and go 1, 2, 3, and then see what it is. It's not just coming and thinking, oh, I just want to come. That's not the motive behind this. So when you go to the field, then you can put a name to what is on the paper. Usually it's all, before the documents come to your table. So when you talk about this drain, when you talk about this lake, stream, whatever you mention, we'll be able to know what is happening. So for places like this, we follow up. For where we went, we follow up. Hacho, where the Odo stream, we are flowing it up. The assemblyman was over at the ministry. We spoke with the police. We're giving him the task force. We follow up to see the development, because the machine there is costing government 20 million a day, and it has been there for 1 week. Old Ghana cedis and 2,000 new Ghana cedis a day, and it had been there for about 5 days or about a week the time we went. So you can imagine how much it's costing us, because somebody has decided to just block the waterways, and we cannot demolish. You are waiting and sitting around. Meanwhile, when it rains, flooding comes, we lose lives, and then we lose properties. I strive for some sort of discipline in the system. I always say this: we want to be going to abroad. We want visas. You know, they had to be disciplined for their country to be where it is right now, that we queue to get the visas to go to their countries. So let us start and at least try and support some sort of good cause. You know, when we all rally for good cause, trust me, you get politicians on their toes, we get our experts on their toes, and then the right thing will be done eventually. Was saying first one, the engineers and technical officer, woman, supervising the cost. Come into the agent when you best not follow up. As I see a young said, the engineers final. As I see a young man, I'm going to put on my music.
It's part of the Mama Home. It's a tributary of the Mama Home. There's another lake. It's Lakeside Estate. Yeah, we have dams on the Mama Home. This is one of them.
Most of the places are here. The office. Come on, that's I want to go. Like what? Those ones are one. I want to tell your bones will break. It is not. Let me tell you what is what is talking about. We are not talking about African royal python. We are talking about anaconda. We are not talking about anaconda. Anaconda is about python. Listen, I have read python before. What are you talking about?
It's a big thank you for all the huge efforts. You've been through the trenches with us, and we will plead that you partner with the ministry for us to realize the objectives of some of these visits that we go on. And so we will, from time to time, be talking to you. We want you to also know that our doors are more than open to you. If you have any questions, if you have anything that you want to know from our ministry, as you talk to the PR section, they'll get to us. If not, you can directly come to the offices, and then we will also be more than glad to assist. But on this particular visit, we plead that you help us to plead with our brothers and sisters, our mothers and our aunties and whatnot, that they will also collaborate with the ministry in our effort to create, to widen our drains, our channels, and build our bridges and our culverts in order to mitigate, the flooding that happens, and it's been a ritual. Every year it comes when lives are lost and then properties are lost, we scream and scream, and then it goes back, and so we need you now more than ever, and we pray that even as you walk but that's your feet got tired and you were thirsty, so don't let us just go sleep. We should also keep reminding us that this visit that we went on, what has become of this problem, what has become of this. We are all stakeholders in this battle, and we trust that with your help, and we'll be able to carry the agenda of the ministry and the government as a whole forward in the right direction. Just wanted to say thank you so much. We appreciate you.